This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. I'm here the morning after the night before with the White Rhino Dave Allen. You've looked better, Dave.
Yeah, I feel alright though. I feel good. I've not been to sleep. I've not slept for about 36 hours now. But apart from that, I feel good. I feel fresh. My face is a bit sore. My ribs are a bit sore. But I feel good. I feel really good about it. Yeah.
Tell me about the fight last night. Ariel Esteban Bracamonte. A lot more competitive than certainly most people, including yourself, were expecting.
Yeah, when I was offered the fight, people think it's on the show all along. I wasn't on the show all along. I was on the show, then I was off it, then I was asked to go back on it. So I took a week off after the Newcastle fight, thinking I was getting ready for December 8th. So anyway, Eddie got in touch and I was about 2 weeks. But fighting every 4 weeks is difficult to get the rest right in terms of after the fight and on fight week. It's a very difficult thing to get right, and I'm not an angel anyway. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh well, I trained this. I didn't. I was promised an easy fight, and I'm not blaming Eddie or the matchmaker for it turned out to be a bad fight, because I was given a list of names and I picked Bracamonte out of them. Well, it's one thing saying these are easy fights, but there's no easy fights. None of them are easy fights. The other names on the list weren't easy. They all had, some had undefeated records, some had winning records, and at the minute I'm a domestic level fighter. All these the Argentinian fella last night, these undefeated Americans and all sorts. For me, these are 50. I'm winning with the 50-50s, and last night wasn't a 50-50s. I feel like I was a more skillful, experienced man, but it was probably a 60-40. And in the long run, it will only do me good. Obviously, maybe it took too much punches to say in the long run it will do me good, but the fight will do me the world of good. Them rounds will do me the world of good. It's better than another 1 round blowout anyway. Because the Webb and the Nebo fight got me into a false sense of security in certain around certain things. My punch power, I can punch a little bit. I was at Bracamonte, but it ain't one. I'm not one punch putting your lights out all the time when you move up in levels. Like Bracamonte, I think he's better than Webb and Nebo, but obviously he's not the highest level, but he's at the highest level of toughness. You're not going to put them away with one shot. So I'm a realist, Rob, as you know. I'm not daft about any. I know the score with the performance, with what comes next, with mistakes I've made. So there's no excuses, But I know I'm a realist. I know what people think, and I know what I think, and that's that, So I can't really say anything about it. It's done now. But fortunately, I got the win.
Did he punch harder than you were expecting?
Yeah, definitely. I watched him online and he didn't look great. He just looked really busy, which is not great for me because I'm not the busiest fighter, especially early on. I warm into fights and get going. And the first round, he won the first round. He put it on me and I was a bit like, I was expecting it, but he shot me with his power. But it wasn't really his power, it was speed, like we were saying earlier. Big men don't usually put 4 or 5 shots together. And big men don't throw uppercuts. He was throwing uppercuts, and only Ortiz really and Dylan White have thrown uppercuts against me. And Yoka, the real good fighters. I'm not saying Bracamonte is a really good fighter, really tough and that. He's just a decent fighter. If he was British, he'd be in the British title mix because he's that fucking tough. But he's shot me with his power, but more so his speed. On the footage I'd seen, he looked really slow. In there with him, he was letting 4 or 5 shots go. I thought, fucking hell. The first round, I was a bit panicky because he was a lot better than I anticipated, and second, until round 3 when I hurt him, I was thinking this is a hard night. And it was a hard night, but I thought I was thinking I'm gonna pull this out. I know I was gonna pull it out because I knew I was gonna fucking get to him, but very panicky at the time. Looking back on it, I feel like, oh well, I knew I was gonna do it, but at the time, very panicky.
You just alluded to kind of it being a wake-up call around certain things. Just elaborate on that.
I think, I am a very lazy man, and I think the Webb fight and the Nebo fight, I was thinking I was some kind of massive puncher and didn't need to train for these certain types of fighters. I didn't train enough for this fight or the Nebo fight because I thought I could beat them without training. And I couldn't. Well, I could, clearly, but Bracamonte was a big step up from Nebo, and I thought Bracamonte was just as good as Nebo, to be honest. And people can say what they want about my attitude towards the boxing, but that's just the honest truth. I thought I could beat him without training, essentially. I've only sparred 2 or 3 times since the Yoka fight. But for me last night proved a lot to me. You know, the Webb fight I didn't really get hit. I was clever in that fight, and Webb, you know what I mean, I didn't really get hit. The Nebo fight didn't get punched, but last night I hit a lot, and the hunger and the things still there. After the Yoka fight, I wasn't sure. I've not really sparred. I've been a bit apprehensive of sparring because I didn't really want to get hit again. Took a real hiding, and it made me a bit gun shy a little bit, you know. But last night, I'm happy with last night now. I look back on it and I think I've learnt so much from that fight. I don't even mean in terms of outside the fight, that goes without saying, but I'm not daft anyways, you know. I know what the score is, I know all these things. I know all these things years ago. I just kind of brush them under the carpet and think, you know what, I don't know what I expect really, you know.
Now you mentioned that you've known these things. You're a happy-go-lucky guy. You're a really lovely guy, but you are a smart guy. You know these things. Is the penny going to drop now?
You know, it's not a case of the penny dropping, because I always, like I said, I always know what the right and wrong. But it's come to a point now where I've said it before, like how many more chances am I going to get? But my next defeat, really, unless it's at a high level, you know, it's the end. I lost to Bracamonte last night. There was no way about it, really. You know, I can be as popular as I want, but it would be pretty. There'd be no defence already putting me on these kind of shows. So yeah, I guess this time I've got to. You know, it's as simple as, you know, me and Marsden. I'll see him tomorrow and we'll talk. But the training needs to. The training situation needs to be sorted. The diet situation. I boxed 6 times this year, but not just any normal 6 fights. I've had a terrible cut. I've took an almighty pasting. I've took 3 fights at short notice. So I hope to fight December 22nd, but I need. I'm only a young man, so with the whole of my life ahead of me and my career ahead of me, so we'll see on that front, I guess.
Now, you mentioned December the 22nd. I spoke to Eddie Hearn after the post-fight press conference last night. He told me unequivocally, you're not going to box until the new year. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I seen Eddie at breakfast, said the same to me, and I said, Eddie, we'll go December 22nd. So, well, if I fight December 22nd, I want to be on at 4 o'clock in a 6-rounder. Do you know what I mean? I like to be busy. I'd fight December 22nd in a 6-rounder for free. Get me a foreigner over and a tough one that I'm going to beat with not much difficulty, but I get some rounds in, I can move around. And because last night I was happy because I had to change my game plan. I had to box a little bit more and drop my hands and flick jabs and touch the body and not go for the big one. You know, a few rounds I boxed, and it'd be nice to get something like that on the 22nd. I'm not bothered about being on the TV. People say, Dave, you just want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be a celebrity at all. That's not my thing. Like, people that know me know that's not me. I'm not. Whatever's happening to me in terms of being on Sky all the time and all that's been thrust upon me. That's never been something I ever wanted to do. It's not really me, because I'm actually quite a shy and quiet kid, really. So it isn't a case of that. I'll happily fight on the 22nd of December in a 6-rounder, and don't pay me. But I want to be out and I want to be active. I want something to strive for, and I love Fight Week as well with the likes of yourself and everyone. I just like to be involved, and you know, if you don't want me to fight, then get me a role on Sky Talking if that's what everyone thinks I want to do. Let me do that. Just let me be involved in boxing. I want to be involved, and people say I can't fight, so let me talk instead. Then, you know, I just want to be involved and be busy. So, whichever, either. Happy with either.
Now, you mentioned that. I mean, it's something we've spoken about at length, both on camera and off camera. This kind of boxing addiction. Yeah. Is it the being busy? Is it the being around Fight Week? Do you worry potentially of how you'll react and how you'll be in your day-to-day life if you don't have something to strive for?
Yeah, without boxing, I'll be dead without boxing. And I've always said never in a gangster way, because I'm not that man. But I would be dead without boxing. I would think I would 100% say I would be. You know, I would probably kill myself a few years ago. But boxing's really turned my life around. I bought an house now, and 'cause years ago I had the stress. I had no money, I had no nothing, and I'm a strange fella anyway. And if I can let my thoughts run away with me, it's a mad place. And the thing is, living in a world now of social media where I'm scared to even talk. What I've just said now, I think someone's going to say, "Oh, look at him, he's doing that for the thing." I don't need any. I don't. I'm not on the shows for that. I'm on the shows for people like me. I don't even need to say that. So, you know, we live in a world now where it's not a nice world, you know, and I'm a thinker and I'm very sensitive and when I'm boxing, I'm very happy. I need to be busy, and boxing is my thing. People say, well, you don't put it all into it. I'll tell you something. Last night, there's not many fighters in round 4. Most of them wouldn't have felt how I did, but any fighter that felt how I did in rounds 3 and 4 and 5, they'd have jacked it in. So I'd put everything in, you know. So I need boxing. I need it. If I ain't got any boxing, I've got nothing. Really, I'll gamble. I'll do this. I'll do that. It's not good. I box out of necessity. I don't do it for the money or the fame that comes out of it. I do it because I don't really have anything else. That's why I train Danny as well. I train Danny because it gives me something. He's boxing and it gives me something to do, and it means a lot to me, like my own career does it. And people say, why are you training that kid? I say, well, it gives me something to do. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy many things in life, and the things I do enjoy, most of them I shouldn't do. So, yeah, there we go.
I understand that, David, but people don't like you. People love you, and people care about you. There's people in this room. There's myself. There's Danny. There's Monty. There could be thousands of other people who would be in this room who would feel exactly the same way. We just want you to think long term about what's best for you. If it's not boxing on December the 22nd, you understand that you can stay in the gym, you can tick over, and you can do something in the new year. Can you think of it like that? You're going to address the training situation and the diet situation. If, for example, you went with another trainer and they said, look, you're not boxing December the 22nd, you're going to box in February, have some time off. Surely you can see that that's beneficial to you in the bigger picture.
Yeah, you know, obviously, certain trainers, you know, I spoke to, obviously, I train with Mick, and they know that, and I know that. So I'm a very hard man to deal with. You know, I'm very hard work. I'm my own man. I'm very much my own man, and I've got my opinion, and for the most part, that's right. I've got to find someone where either A, they can work with me, you know, and Mick does that very well. He works with me, but maybe too much. We may be too close, and maybe work together a little bit too much, where it balances in the fighters more in the fighter than the trainer. We've got to find someone either that A, that I can work with on where I can say yeah, you know what I mean, or on a basis where I respect them enough to do exactly what they say 100%. It's one or the other. So I want to fight December 22nd, of course I do, and I will if I can. You know, because I love it, Rob. Even last night I was in absolute agony all through the fight. I think, fucking hell, this is not normal, but there's no feeling like it. When I went back when the bell went, I was disappointed because I just wanted to punch him. I just wanted to punch him in the fucking head. And people might say, oh well, we'll fucking do it then. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at it, but I swear to God, you have to nail me on the floor to put me over and keep me over, and that's a fact. And I thrive off that. That's how I was brought up. I was brought up like that, and that's probably why I'm the man I am today, because of that, you know. So yeah, I will box December 22nd, if that is a possibility, you know. And if other people feel they've got a duty of care where to say you're not boxing, that's fair enough. That's out of my hands. But I'd box December 8th as well if I could. I box today. I'm ready to go now. I'll fucking get the rangefinder out. I'm ready to go right now.
I just don't really know what to say a lot of the time with you.
Yeah, you know, very complex. I love fighting, Rob. You know, and I just love entertaining. But more than anything, I love making people happy. And I feel last night, you know, people complain, and I take them on the chin, because I see what they say, and even the ones that are just trying to be a bit nasty with it, I say, you know what, you're probably correct. I don't reply to them anymore, but There's some of them on there, and I see the tweets, and it says, "Oh well, you're not training, you're not doing this. You shouldn't be on pay-per-view." I was the first one to say on Sky, I shouldn't be on pay-per-view again. I shouldn't be on pay-per. I don't want to be on pay-per-view again. In December, put me on at 4 o'clock. I'll go on at 4 o'clock. You know, so I'd not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm not. I know my shortcomings. I know where I go wrong. I know all that. No one can tell me anything I don't already know. So so they can say what they want to me, but I just want the ones that I make happy. That's beautiful. It took me 45 minutes to get out of the fucking doorway yesterday after the fight, and my back was hurting, but I stayed there. You know, and it's fucking beautiful. And I want to box in December, and I want to do it again, because I feel like I said the other day, I feel like people tell me I've got a gift. I can make people happy. And if I December 22nd, I can do that again. I'm no good sat in my house. I can't make anybody. Well, I can write shit on the internet. But I want to perform. I need to be out there all the time. So.
You can make people happy in the new year, Dave. You will always make people happy. I've said it to you off camera. You have a gift. You can make people happy. You don't have to fight on December the 22nd. You can fight in January. You can fight in February.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I could fight December and January. All of them. Fight all of them. You know, like, I will sit down and look at it. I want to speak to Mick tomorrow. I want to see Michael tomorrow, my coach, and I'll speak to him. We'll have a good sit down, a good talk. You know, and the right decision will get made. I'll have a week off now, so I need one really.
Yes.
So I'll have a week off, and in a week's time, if I feel all right, then I will train. But by no means do I sit here now and I'm not a liar, Rob. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I don't promise anybody that I'm going to weigh 16 stone 10 for my next fight. I don't. Maybe there'll be a time I might weigh in 18 stone 5 again, and shit, I'll bust it. I promise nothing. I promise a good time, 100% of my effort, and maybe I'll turn up fit, and maybe I'll win the British title next year. Maybe. I hope so. But I don't promise anything, because I can't promise anything. I don't promise anything day to day, because I can't. You know? So people say what they want about me, but I'm a good, honest man. So whatever else you say about me is fine, as long as you know that.
Well, as I've alluded to, there's a room full of people here who love you. I love you, but I don't want to see you fight again this year. I don't want to see you till next year. As much as I love looking at your face and hearing your voice and doing these things, I don't want to see you in a ring until next year. And I shouldn't say that on camera, but that's how I feel. And I'm sure whatever you decide to do, because you will decide it, that's one thing that you will do. Everybody just wants you to be happy, Dave.
Of course. And I sit here today a happy man today, very happy. I had a fantastic night last night. Like, brilliant. I live for that. I just wish I could do it every day. That's greedy, but I just wish I could do it every day. I'd fight every day. I feel like people say, what about when you're 60? I don't care about when I'm 60. Let's have a good time now. Let's just take one day at a time and be happy. Let's be happy today. People say, oh, you might be punch drunk at 60. Well, I may be, but we're here for a good time, not a long time. I'm only going to get 80 years max anyway. So I can't speak for the last 30. I'm not that arsed. You know what I mean? It'll do everyone a favour around me. But I just want to... people can tell me how to live my life, but I will live with it. I've made mistakes before. I've had to live with them. And if I make them again, I'll make them. But know that I'm very happy doing what I'm doing. Last night people said, fucking hell, Dave, what are you doing? I fucking loved every minute of that fight. I loved every minute of it. People never should ever feel sorry for me or anything. I'm living my dream. Big Argentinian fella smashing my face in is the dream. Fucking love that shit. I live for it. I absolutely live for it. They'll bring water, they'll fight, everything. I hate when people say, well, you always ask for sympathy. I never want sympathy. I don't need sympathy. You know? Yeah, I'm a bit of a mental case. But I don't want sympathy for it. That's what I am. You know? And I'm very happy. Very happy. Very happy, very fortunate, very blessed. I feel like the luckiest man in the world. Never asked for sympathy, never asked for anything like that. I'm really happy. I just want everyone to know I'm really happy. Don't even worry about me. I'm very good. I read the comments on stuff 'cause I'm very self-aware. I like to see what people are thinking. I like to see what they're saying. I like to know what's going off because it's good, you know. You got to keep in touch with what people are saying, and it's always good to know to get an idea what people are thinking about you. People say, "Oh, well, he's a very depressed man." You know what? This is as good as I've ever been. I'm a very happy man. I'm very happy. Don't ever worry about me, because I'll tell you one thing: I am living the dream. Living the dream. 6:45, free to air, and then you have to pay towards the last 3 rounds. I feel like the most important man in boxing when that happens. I feel like they do that on purpose. Me and Bracamonte, it was amazing for 4 rounds, and they made you pay towards the last 3 shit rounds. I feel amazing, and I might not bring the most skills to the table, but I'll make you all laugh, and I'll throw me right on like a madman, and I'll try my best, and that's all I can give you. And I'll continue to give you that as long as I keep going. So, just hate people worrying about me because there's no need to worry. If I end up punch drunk, as everyone thinks I already am, which I'm not, I'm sharp as a fucking tag, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. And I can't end up punch drunk because I need to work on telly one day. So don't worry about that. I won't hang around that long because I need to get on the telly working, doing the talking stuff. So, yeah, you know, I don't worry about me, I worry about everyone else. Don't worry about me because I'll start worrying then about you, worrying about me. And that's not what we want. So Rob Tebbutt, thank you very much. Boxing Souls, thank you very much. Danny Morel, Montanaro Antonio. Been a fantastic week, another great week. A week that us three here will never ever forget. Another one. So, I just fucking hate people feeling sorry for me because I'm living a life that people can only dream of. And if I pay the price of it by losing a few brain cells and whatever else, then I'm very happy to do that. Isn't that right? Wrong answer. You're 16, you need to fucking don't get it, move that head and that slip, slide. You know what I mean? I can teach it. I always say to him, do as I say, not as I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one. I say the same to Monty with regard to other things.
We worry because we care.
And
but
I worry about you because I care.
Dave Allen, always a pleasure. I don't want to see you again till next year, but I'll speak to you very soon.
You'll see me in Sheffield as a spectator. I'll be there all week.
Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing
Thank
Soul.
you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.